North Central College. This is your weekly update. I'm your host, Michael Griffin. Let's wrap up the week. Starting this week off in the holiday spirit, NCC has put on a number of Halloween-themed events throughout campus in the last week. Starting last weekend with Fight for Ghost Night and continuing straight through this week with a fall scavenger hunt and much more. Make sure you check out the presents lists and be up to date with all the events this weekend. Next up, staying here on campus, on Wednesday night, North Central's very own gospel choir, the Voices of Praise, made their 2022-2023 season debut at Focus. Members of the group were excited to be back in a performance venue with a crowd.
Amazing. The choir has been so dedicated. We have a lot of new people, and they've been working very hard and have been learning the origins of gospel choir and have been really putting it into their singing. So to see all their hard work, come all together, it's amazing.
And it's definitely a moment, but it's really energetic and energizing in a way.
I feel great, amazing, joyful. It's always good to sing with VOP.
Be sure that you keep up with the VOP on Instagram at NCCVOP to keep up to date with the rest of their performance season. Next up, of course, we're heading back to the UK because after the resignation of Liz Truss last week, the Conservative Party had to act swiftly to select a new leader for the country. After former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who had previously just resigned himself just a few months ago, dropped out of the race, Rishi Sunak was selected to be the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom on Monday. He makes British history as the first Prime Minister of color, he's also Hindu, and he is the youngest Prime Minister within the last 2 centuries. He comes in with a strong economic background as Boris Johnson's former finance minister and hopes that he can turn the economy of the country around. However, the British public remains skeptical of the new Prime Minister, and the Labour Party in Parliament have called for general elections to allow citizens to have a say on the revolving door of British politics. And last but not least, this week, on Tuesday, the clothing brand Adidas cut all business ties with the famous rapper Kanye West after a slew of anti-Semitic statements that he has made in the recent days. This action was backed up by other companies such as Gap and Foot Locker in hours following shutting down sales of all products associated with Kanye. The action stripped Kanye West of his billionaire status, and his net worth plummeted to an estimated $400 million. Adidas and the other companies that supported his brand took full control of the brand moving forward. That is all for this week. Please come back as we continue to recap the biggest stories both on campus and our world at large.